Hey everybody, Unstable Gamer here, and welcome to my beginner series for Marvel Future Revolution. We have the launch quickly approaching next week on August 25th. Very excited for that. We're going to jump into a series of videos leading up to launch to really get you familiar with what's going on in the game if you've seen very little of it. So we're going to go ahead and start with this. But first, before we do, if you're just now finding this channel, you want to stay up to date with everything Marvel Future Revolution, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out. All right, and welcome back. Just a quick reminder, all the links to my social media are in the description below, so definitely check that out. I also have created a Marvel Future Revolution section on my Discord. Go ahead, join over there. Let's talk about the game and have some fun sharing strategies and tips and everything. All right, so let's go ahead, take a look at this. This is the first of the beginner series for this game, and really what it's geared towards is going over the basics and the fundamentals of this game to help you get familiar with it. For those of you who have seen either very little of the game or have not seen the game at all, those of you who are pretty familiar with it, this is just going to all be redundant stuff, so feel free to check the other videos on my channel for all the soft launch videos. I will be separating soft launch and global launch videos into different playlists on my channel just to help people kind of see what was happening prior to global launch and then what happens once this game launches. All right, so let's go ahead and discuss this first. Other games like this are Genshin Impact. However, Genshin Impact is a larger world, a continuous world, similar to World of Warcraft, an MMO where you can run from one area to another. So like running from Ironforge all the way into the wetlands, doing the Terran Mill run. Those of you who are familiar with World of Warcraft know what I'm talking about. You can't go run from New Stark City into Hydra America and into the other regions. You do take transports to each area. These are large maps where you go in and you do a series of missions. You have main story missions, and then you have side quests. You also have hidden quests. So your main story missions are going to be purple, your side quests are going to be green, and then the hidden quests that they don't have a tracker for, those are the yellow quests. So it's just something to keep an eye out as you're kind of running through the world. As you come across, you will know when you run into them, and then go ahead and grab those to get the rewards and stuff. So again, MMORPG, it's a lot of fun. If you've played Diablo, it's pretty similar to that kind of format. However, the abilities and everything are a little more dynamic than what you would see in Diablo. So that's kind of what this game is. It's a lot of fun. It's really drawn me in. If you're a Marvel fan, you're going to enjoy it. This video is really all about, let's take a look at the HUD, let's take a look at the menus, and let's take a look at the hub here. This is the headquarters. It's similar to the tower if you play Destiny. It's similar to Dalaran if you play World of Warcraft. This is where a lot of your game maintenance is going to take place. So let me just, I'm going to switch over to my controller here. And let's just take a look at this area really quick right here. This is our headquarters. This is where everybody right here spawns in. You have Rocket over here. You talk to Rocket. This is where your most wanted is. You'll talk to him every day as you log in during reset to get your daily rewards. Also, you'll see your most wanted reset here as well. You can also, there's other menus and stuff to go ahead and take a look at that. You don't have to always go see Rocket. Over here, so this whole area, this is where you're going to do your crafting. This is where you're going to do your gear enhancing. So this one right here will go to the map. And this is your, right here, workshop. That's what this is right here. We have the Convergence Box over here, combining cores over here, and your enhanced costumes right here. And then you got the world map here. You can just click on this down here in the bottom right if you want to see the world map also. And then highlighted Rocket Raccoon there. So this is going to be an area where you're going to be spending a fair amount of time. You're going to farm materials in the world, region-specific materials as well. The best use of the workshop really is trying to craft your region gear. Also, the gear that you craft here, a lot of it's going to be fodder for enhancing the gear that you currently have. So as you can see here, we've got Super Stark Alloy. This is for New Stark City. This is for Xander. So these are region-specific costumes. There's a low chance to acquire these region-specific costumes. So don't get overly frustrated. I know it's hard not to when you do like hundreds of crafting and you get very few Very few region material pieces, very few crafted region pieces, costume pieces. This is meant to take a long period of time. So so just kind of to set the expectation there, you're not going to come into the game and get a full crafted suit unless you put a ton of money into the game. And even at that, this whole thing is RNG based. So just understand that this is the long game creating these region specific gear. Other things that you can craft in here are these right here, these enhancers, which are buffs. And then you also have these materials in here, which is used for your specialization materials to specialize, and that's something that you learn a little bit later on in the game. And then obviously these two things here, this is for enhancing. Gold is used a lot in this game as well. So that's the workshop. There's the basics of the workshop. Let's just jump over here really quick. This right here, so this is your Convergence box. This is where you're going to go in and you're going to use this material right here, these synchronized particles. I have 10 to get one of these pieces of material right here. This is completely random. You can spend some gems to lock in a specific item. It's going to stay there for 5 list refreshes, and then you should get it at least through one of those 5 list refreshes, hopefully. But it just allows you to have a greater opportunity to have that specific item if that's something that you're looking for. How you get these is you go to extract and you use materials to extract. So like right now I'll use these really quick here. Boom. And then I just hit, it costs gold to extract. I'll hit extract, synchronized particle, boom. So I'm at 11. I'll go ahead and use this right now, show you what it is. Again, it's random. I don't use this a whole lot, to be honest with you. I get a high grade defense enhancer, so this is a buff. These buffs last for 5 minutes with a 1 minute cooldown, so something to keep in mind there as well. And then it refreshes. Let's go ahead and do it again. I don't use this as much as I probably should. I mean, you get some materials that are nice that you can use. This over here I do use quite a bit. So this is where you combine cores. Cores are used for your badges, and essentially, if you're familiar with other games where you're socketing items for stats, that's exactly what this is all about. So you're going to go into here, and we're going to combine some cores. Now, I can't combine cores right now. You need at least 3, and it is random. It does use these materials down here as well. You saw these 2 materials here in the workshop that you can craft and create. These ones right here, these specific ones, you get a lot out in the world. You're going to go ahead and extract these from badges and other materials that you're not going to need. Do not dismantle armor. Armor you're going to want to keep because you want to use that to enhance your gear. So that's what this is going to be all about. You're going to be using these to socket into your badges. I don't have any badges right now that require sockets, but it is red, yellow, blue, and green. And each one of those has different stats depending on how you want to build your character, right? And then if we go over here, this is where a lot of people spend a lot of time over here too. This is your gear enhancing. And this is going to take, so we have a lot of fodder here. So what we're going to do, here's a region piece. Typically, when you get a piece that's automatically locked, that is a region piece. So I can go ahead and click on this. This is Secret Empire suit. And right here. New Stark City helmet, and then this one up here is a Hydra America helmet. So either way, let's just go ahead and enhance a piece of gear. You're going to throw the gear in there that you want to enhance, and then you got to use 5 other pieces. That is the same star level. It's going to use these convergence materials, and it's going to cost you some gold. Everything costs gold, so make sure to save your gold. You may think 2 million is a lot of gold. It really isn't. I could actually burn through that very quickly with enhancing. The gold is shared across your entire roster, so are crystals. So something to keep in mind there as well. You really, when you first start out on this game, is focus on your main character. Play a few of them. I've got some tips coming up in some later videos to help with that. Play a few of them to figure out which one that you really want, and then use your main to really put most of your materials in, since you do share across your entire roster. Go ahead and hit this. Boom. It's going to go to a 2-star. Gives me my stamina recovery bonus. Plus, if I have a set of 2, it's going to give me defense 3 and 4. You can see my other stat boosts there. That is what do they call this again? Costume enhancer? Yeah, enhanced costumes is all they call it. But so this is where you're going to spend a lot of your time. Do not dismantle any of your gear. Make sure that you come in here and you constantly enhance. So I'm going to take all of my 1 stars, make as many 2 stars as I can so that I can use 2 stars to increase my 2-star gear up to 3 stars, so on and so forth, all the way up to 6 stars. All right, so that's pretty much it for the headquarters piece. Now let's just take you through the bunch of the menus and stuff so you can get familiar with where everything is. I could go over here, go to the world map, but like I said, you can get to this world map a couple different ways. You don't always have to go here. I will always click on my mini map over here and then click down here to go ahead and bring up my world map. All right, so let's take a look at the menu here. So I just showed you that, your mini map here. You click on this waypoint icon. It will show you where everything is on the map. You can do that on any map that you're at. This is going to show you kind of where your quests are, all your main quests, side quests, everything that you have that you can track. This right here is going to show your bosses and mini bosses in each area. Since this area does not have any, we're not going to see any. So there's your mini map. You've got your health up here, and you've got your stamina bar, your magic bar, whatever you want to call that. This is what your skills use. It's going to tell you what your channel is. You can go in here and you can check and you can change channels. Some people do that quite a bit when they're hunting most wanted targets. And then right here, you can go ahead and pop this up too. So you don't always have to click on the mini map to go here. You can just click on the waypoint icon right here and it'll bring up whatever is in that area on the map for you to go ahead. Let's go ahead and clear that. That is a waypoint on your specific map. All right, right here you've got a camera mode. You can get really close to the combat, which is kind of cool for some situations, not all. You can pull it out once right here for camera 2, and you can pull all the way out here for camera 3. This is your auto play button. You're going to use that a lot when auto farming and things like that. Over here, you can go ahead and switch to the different channels, your different chat channels. And then this right here is where you can just say, these are just pre-loaded responses and chats. So here's my jump button. Depending on your character, this is going to be your flight button. And then this is your dash button, which is going to make you go faster for a short period of time. But you can use it, it has a short cooldown, as you can see. So let me just, oop, don't want to do that. Just 5-second cooldown there, boom. Wait 5 seconds as you continue to run or fly or whatever, and do it again. Over here on the bottom right hand side of your screen, this is my dodge and my basic attack. You will have your other skills populate around your basic attack here when you're able to use those when you're in a battle situation. You know what, let's just go ahead. Let's do this really quick. Up here, come on. Oh, let me put them on autoplay. Here is where you're going to see all your health packs, your health pods, your health pots, however you want to call them. That's your health. And then this right here, this is where your buffs are. You have 4 buffs that you can use at any one time, and they do last for 5 minutes apiece. And then you can go ahead and refresh them. You have defense, hit point, you have critical damage, and then where's the 4th one? Critical damage and attack. So those are those ones there. Those are always available. Let me grab this. Jump into here. Super villain. We just hit 37. Let's go ahead and jump into some menus. So you'll see now I will have all of my skills down here. So we're going to go ahead and auto battle as we go through a bunch of this other stuff. At the top here, so I can go ahead and exit here if I want. I can go ahead and hit that to get out of here. I can go to my store. You're going to see a bunch of different stuff here. This is a free-to-play game, but there is a ton of stuff that you can use to purchase as well. So there's some featured items here. Your draw, this is your summons for either costumes, Omega cards, or the Dimension Box. The Dimension Box gives you one of these items down here. You can hit details, and it will tell you your % chance of getting what specific star level and what item. So you can go ahead and take a look at there. These training manuals are great. So are these cores as well. So it's RNG, but It's pretty cool. It's 100 crystals though, so it really depends on what you need out of here and if you're willing to chance it. Omega cards you're going to use a little bit later on. There's going to be another video going into this, but this again helps further define your character, giving additional stats. As you can see, the stats over here, some of these: attack, defense, pierce, PvP, damage increase. Got some cool stuff there. And the artwork here, I just think it's really cool that we're collecting these cards. And then, like I said, you have these costumes. You can go into details here, and you can see what your percent chance is. And you're only going to get gear that your active character uses. So right now, anything that I summon or draw is going to be usable by Captain America. So some of these costumes are really cool. You also have perks, bundles, consumables. Just running through here really quick. These are all purchasable items. Daily perks, play perks, things that help you out, bundles, consumables in here as well. This is where you can purchase your med kits. We'll call them med kits because that's what the game calls them. You can also have chances to purchase crystallized convergium in here, which I sometimes do, depending on if I have enough crystals or what I want to hold on to and if I really need them. I don't use this as much as I used to because you can farm these in better ways using the workshop. Tokens, these are things that you're going to get from having friends, sending and receiving tokens to friends. Tokens you get from Omega War, and then tokens that you get from Dimension Duel. So definitely some good stuff here. I use these the Dimension Duel tokens a lot on these training manuals to get my squad level up. Squad level increases stats for your entire roster, so it's a good place to spend those. Omega War here as well, depending on what I need. The Omega card box is pretty good because you definitely want to get a good set of cards. And then charge here, so this just has to do with getting your purchasing crystals and gold. So that's your shop. Go into your mail. This is where you're gonna, a lot of your items will end up in here. If you don't want a specific, if you get items in here and you want it on a specific character, don't open them from your mail yet. Go to that character first, then open them from your mail, and then you'll have it for that character, for that hero, because sometimes you'll get gear and you may have accidentally opened it when you're on Iron Man, but you want that gear for Spider-Man. So that's that. This right here, this icon here is your hero info. It just tells you your level, your power. This is where your battle badges are and your costumes. This is also where you go to customize your character. So you got different parts categorized in 4 different areas: helm, body, arms, and then legs. And then different themes here. You can see the different costume themes. So just kind of go through all the costumes for Captain America. Here is their modern. And then we have a New Stark City right here. It looks pretty cool. All right, so let's just get back out of that. You have favorites here, so you can favorite your costumes. You can change your costumes and your look, and you don't have to change your stats, which is cool. It's a transmog system in this game, and I think it's absolutely awesome. And then on these badges, you'll have an opportunity to put cores in them, like I was saying, to add additional stats. Right here, here's your inventory. This is going to be a bunch of odds and end items. Your badges populate into here. This was I was talking about dismantling your badges so you can get your convergium. And then this right here, this is where your cores are, and then over here is where all your gear is going to be. Now this is specific to this character, but there is a squad inventory where you can put some items in there and you can transfer it between your heroes, depending on what you want to transfer around. Transfer training modules, you can transfer a bunch of different items. These items here, sin particles are used for crafting. This is a regional crafting piece right here, specific to Hydra Empire. So you can transfer those in between, back and forth between your characters. So that if you're focusing on one character getting all of the Midgardia gear, but you're playing alts, and as you collect alts who run through that specific area, you can go ahead and funnel all those regional materials to whoever you want to build that armor for, that gear up for first. All right. We're going to let him go with that. All right, and then we have this menu. This is where a lot of stuff is. You got your heroes. This is where a lot of your hero progression type mechanics are in. Your skills are all in here. Your Omega cards you can see in here as well, along with your potential. Being able to manage your cores, which I can't do just yet on this character. And then specialization, which unlocks at level 70. Squad, this is where this pertains to everything in your squad, your entire roster, right? So your squad info, this is where you go in to increase your squad rank as well as your squad power. That helps your entire roster. Titles, as you collect titles, you get these stats up here increased. The more titles you get, the more of an increase that you see in those stats. That again helps your entire roster. Card storage, this is where you can transfer cards back and forth, which I think is pretty cool. And then just storage in general, and items that you can move over. All right. And then inventory, we already went over that. Headquarters, we already went over that. Records, this is where you're going to see your challenges. These are your dailies. You've got challenges here for upgrades, for battle, as well as for challenges over here. So you go in here and you can see what you need to do in order to get these rewards. As you complete this, like grade 6 right now, 295 of 300. Once I complete that, I'll get these rewards down here at the bottom. So challenges, your collection, this is, as you work through the game, you're collecting a ton of different things, collectibles, consumables, Omega cards. As you first unlock these types of things, gear, costumes, battle badges, you do get some bonuses for doing that. So clicking on here, I can go ahead, once I get, let's see, right here, these ones unlocked, which I have not unlocked yet for these 5-star for Kingpin, I'll then get these rewards over here. So you can kind of see what rewards you can get for collecting all these different things. So you can click on each one of these, see what you need to do to get those rewards. Your activity log, that's something as you work through your missions, it's going to show you defeating a certain number of enemies, collecting a certain number of collectibles in that specific region, and the rewards that you're going to get. And then you can go to rankings. If you're really competitive, you want to keep an eye on rankings, you can see where you rank as far as Spec Ops, Battle Challenges, Omega War, Dimension Duel, and Dark Zone. Those things we'll go over later as well. Operations, this is where all of your PvE content is going to be. Blitz Most Wanted, you can see everything there. Arena, this is where all your PvP content is. Once you get to the end of the game, end game really is focused on a combination of PvE and PvP content. All right, and then finally, we have Alliance. I can't do that yet while I'm in this mission, but Alliance, that's where you're going to go in, and that's where you join alliances or create alliances. You can leave your alliance. You have Alliance missions. That's going to be extremely helpful because you get, just by increasing the rewards that you get by doing those missions, by being part of an alliance, or by having access to the shop and getting the items that you get in the Alliance shop as well, is definitely beneficial. We'll have a video out on that also. Down at the bottom, you got Discords and forums, your friends. Right here, this is where you send and receive your friendship tokens to use in the store. Settings, obviously, to change the settings of the game. You select your hero and then sleep mode. So that's it. There's the HUD. There's all the different menus and what is in each one of those menus. And then that's what the headquarters is all about. And it should give you a good idea. And showing the gameplay here gives you a good idea of what to expect when you jump into this game. Now, one thing that you can look forward to is every day up to launch, we're going to have a new video going over a new portion of the game. We're going to dive a little bit deeper into PvP and PvE. We're going to dive deeper into the heroes, give you a good sense of what these heroes are good for, and if you want to be really competitive in PvP, what heroes to stay away from, because PvP, some heroes just aren't absolutely fantastic. If you want to be super hyper competitive, if you don't care, then it really doesn't matter. Just have fun with whatever hero you have fun with, whatever your playstyle is. All right, everybody, that's what I had for you. This is the first of the beginner series videos. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. And as always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Take care, everybody. We'll talk to you next time.
You think so? The way I see it, the fun is only just beginning.
By the hoary hosts of Hogarth.